and welcome to another episode of The Outlook, COAF's podcast about the village communities in Armenia. I'm Rebecca Ohanes, speaking to you from the mind-blowing smart center, Debate Lori. I'd like to preface this episode by saying that the term woman empowerment has gained a lot of traction over the past decade. A lot of times it's used as an umbrella term to describe many different things, which can make it a bit vague. So to avoid any generalizations, I have invited Serine Avetisyan. Serine is a former member of the COAF team who is now working for the Girls of Armenia Leadership Soccer, aka GOALS NGO. Serine will shed light on why girls in Armenia need soccer and how exactly it can be a source of empowerment for young women, especially in rural areas. Hello, Serine, and welcome to our podcast. I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm also happy to be here and for your podcast. I'm happy to talk about my experience and about girls.
Great. Serine, would you like to introduce yourself to our audience? Tell them who you are, what you do, and how you're connected to COAF.
As you have already mentioned, I'm Serine Avetisyan. I'm actually from a village born in Lori region, in Lernavan village. Then currently I'm working at GOALS Armenia as leadership programs coordinator. At the same time, I cooperate with Ministry of Education, Science, Culture and Sports of Republic of Armenia in the scopes of EU for Innovation project. The project aims to review the state standard of general education and also the subject curriculums overall. That's all, I guess.
And what about your work at COAF?
I used to work with COAF recent years. I joined the COAF team as a debate judge. Then I cooperated with them as a monitoring specialist of debate club in Shirak region. And currently I'm working with COAF as a mentor, cooperate with COAF as a mentor of a mentee from Lori region, from Vahagni village.
Personally, I didn't have the chance to work with you, but I have to say it's really nice to hear that the connection is still alive. But enough about us for now. Tell us a little about GOALS and about its mission in general.
We believe that every girl in Armenia deserves the chance to reach her full potential, and we were actively trying to create an Armenia where every girl has a voice, courage, and the opportunity to decide for herself what it means to be an Armenian woman.
Mm-hmm. You know, I've noticed two things that GOALS and COAF have in common. Both organizations focus on rural regions and both provide after-school programs. So what was GOALS' reason to concentrate on rural Armenia?
Poorly, our everyday work shows that Yerevan and several big cities are always developing, but in villages children don't have the same educational and after-school opportunities to enhance their skills. Mainly they are engaged in agricultural work in villages, so tries to provide an after-school opportunity for them. In urban cities mainly, the Football Federation of Armenia has its own teams, so with cooperation with them we try to cover the villages part.
Mm-hmm. And how do you translate this into praxis?
In general, GOALS has two main leagues, Spring League and Autumn League. During these leagues, our children in the regions has opportunity to participate in the league and matches and become the champion of the region. After that, in summer, we have a national tournament when the champion teams from the regions come to a national tournament and have a chance to win the national cup. And after that, we also organize summer camps for our children. And every year we used to have 2 or 3 summer camps in different regions.
And you also provide leadership seminars, right?
Yes, we provide also leadership seminars for our children because they think that in rural communities, the children and mainly the girls don't have opportunity to talk more about the leadership, quality, healthy lifestyle. So these are the main topics we provide them as seminars or something we talk with them.
Serina, could you provide us some numbers, like how many girls are participating in these girls soccer leagues? How many leagues has GOALS established so far?
Currently, we have 82 teams overall in Armenia, with moreover 900 players. In Armenia, the leagues and the players are mainly girls, and we have our teams in 8 regions. They are Lori, Shirak, Avush, Gegharkunik, Vayadzor, Syunik, Kotayk, Armavir. This year we started our work in Artsakh. I also would like to mention that we have 12 teams in COAF supported communities. They are mainly in Lori region and also in Armenia.
And what about the boys?
Goals are for girls, but now working in Artsakh with the children in Artsakh, we cover also boys, because the aim of the project a little bit different there. The aim of the project mainly is to help the children in Artsakh to overcome the consequences of the war and to bring them back to their everyday life before the war.
You know, what really fascinates me is the high engagement rate of girls from rural areas. I sort of expected parents to be more skeptical about having their girls playing soccer. Would you say that that's a common misconception, or is there some truth to it?
The main challenge for us is this spectacle approach of the parents and the community itself in the regions. Sometimes our girls, even having a dream to become a soccer player, never even start because of the traditions of the villages and this ideology. But our aim is to bring them into soccer. We started our work for this reason, and we aim to overcome this eventually.
Serine, I'd like to end this episode by once again highlighting the league in Artsakh. Could you tell us more about that initiative?
The Artsakh initiative we used to call a Serine Relief Initiative. We have started it after the Second War in Artsakh, and the aim of the project is both establish league in Artsakh and also to bring the children before the war situation, to help them to overcome the consequences of the war, and just help them have fun, everyday fun, after school or after this everything.
That's really impressive. I think Armenians are right now navigating various problems at once. So I'm always grateful for these kinds of initiatives that focus on the well-being of our children. So thank you, Serine, for being here and for your commitment to supporting Armenia's rural communities. If you want to know more about GOALS, make sure to visit goalsarmenia.org. And if you want to stay up to date about COAF's initiatives, you know the drill by now. Subscribe to our channels on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Deezer. Talk soon.